Uh, yeah, one time. Yeah, I hope I looking fresh out of my Bentley coupe. It's a Sunday session, you know what we came to do. I love the girls from my city looking extra cute. I love my city, Brisbane City, that's a sunshine state. We like to work hard and we love to play harder. Round here, baby, we don't mess with no drama, so you gotta keep it cool. Don't ever act a fool, or I can have these two. Go handle you, you know we keep it live. We love to socialize. The bikini.
What's going on, people? It's your boy LV. I have not done a video like this in a very long time. Usually when I do these videos, I usually post them on Instagram, Facebook, and really just, wish everybody a beautiful day and something positive to keep them going on their personal life on a day-to-day basis. But it's been a while, and for a lot of people who are probably seeing this for the first time, probably will find this video very interesting. But at the same time, this probably be the first time that they see me on a video since I left the club scene. Everybody are currently asking question, where is DJ LV? We have not seen him. Every time I walk or drive past by the valley or the city or Maruka, everybody will be like, yo, man, LV, where did you be? Where did you go? We haven't seen you, man. You just kind of disappeared. And there is a big reason why I left the club scene. So not for the I guess not negative, but let's just say that there are things and people sometimes you just wanna, remove yourself away from, but also the biggest reason why I left the club scene, because the nightclub scene, to be honest, it can be a bit of a distraction. It can be a bit too much. And sometimes you wonder whether the people that you actually associate yourself with are actually the people that actually look after you. But there is a big $1 million reason why I actually left the club scene, because what you're gonna find out today is something that is gonna be what I believe is gonna be the biggest impact factor that will change the life of certain people. You see, when I started my DJ journey, I kept my mindset open to every possibility of what can happen or what can be brought in front of me. I've dedicated pretty much, many years of my music career as a DJ and an artist, as a rapper, as well as most of you know me. I make music, I'm a songwriter. And to be able to be actually recognized or known in the community or in my city, I never went with the mentality, money is great. Money is great, you gotta get paid, right? But sometimes I'm also a firm believer that there are sometimes some circumstances that as much as money is great, but also a genuine connection with people will allow you to be able to, to go even further. I did gigs that I never got paid for, but for me, I looked at it as an exposure, and that exposure led me to connect with people. And with what I'm doing at the moment, even though that money was never paid back then, but now that, and as they say, your network is your net worth. So with everybody that I've made in my career, whether I played at a gig I never got paid for, or whether if it was a community event I helped out with for fundraising, whatever it may be, I also DJed in a club scene and I got paid for it, but it was never the sole intention for money, because it was more so the network that I have will allow me to be able to do incredible things. And we're going to talk about a little bit for you to be able to find out what I'm doing and how I think, and not I think, but what I believe is going to be a game changer for those of you who really gonna look at it from a serious point of view. At the end of the day, life is going in a very unique, pace. The economy we just don't know what's coming. I'm not sure if most of you follows what's going on in America, because if you do know what's going on in America, you would know that most of the changes will be coming to this country. And given that Australia and US are great allies, and I'm not gonna get into the politics side of things, but think about this way, right? It's like this. Say you decided, say you've got yourself, right? And say if you're consuming great things, your body will always absorb, great nutritions. But if you give your body really toxic things, drugs, mental issues, diseases, it's gonna spread anyway, right? So the same thing applies. So if a lot of the things that you see on social media that is gone in America, have you ever maybe stop for a second or for a minute and just ask yourself a question like, how is this gonna impact me living here? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Like right now in America, like there's a lot of things going on over there. The economy is going down. I'm not even sure if you followed, a couple of months ago, the two biggest Silicon Valley banks collapsed in America. So with your superannuation and everything being traded in the stock market in America with banks over there, if two of the biggest banks collapsed, what does that mean for you in terms of like your money, the money that you put in the bank that you're hoping to get that 3% interest on? So have you ever maybe thought and stopped and actually question like what's going on, like what's over there, what's about to come here? Like most people don't actually, because everybody is distracted by so many things. These days in everybody's mind is like, oh man, I'm just waiting for the weekend to come, and then I'm just want to go and party. You see, that was the same mentality everybody was doing until COVID came. And when COVID came, guess what? Most people who thought they had a good job and their job told them, sorry, there's no more jobs. And you could imagine how that affected a lot of people. People who thought the lifestyle of just going to work, spend all your money, in clubs and, booth, and, you're buying drinks for people, and all of a sudden is like, COVID came, and then you look back in your bank account and you barely have 10 grand saved in your bank account, not even 5 grand, because you made some not so great financial decision from your part. But hey, I'm not here to give you any financial advice. I'm not here to tell you you shouldn't do this with your money. You have the free will to do whatever you do with your money. But when it gets to that situations where finance means a lot, and this is why people then realize, what, maybe I should start looking into few things over here, to put my money over here, put my money over there. The smart ones that really, they really said, what, this is a red flag. When a red flag hits, you know what you need to do. But for some of us who are just like, yeah, and then when everything all stopped, and the distraction kicked in again, right? And then all of a sudden you're back to the same routine. You got a new job now, pays you money, and all of a sudden you start doing the same thing. Every weekend you're out, spending money left, right, and center, and and it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna wake up one day, you're late to the party when everything is becoming so worse. I guess let me just give you something. Like, have you ever questioned, why every time, and I'm sure this, most of us know this, have you ever questioned yourself why every weekend you go out and all of a sudden you want to use your banking app, and then they tell you they're doing like maintenance? Have you ever asked your question, why is this happening all the time? Have you ever maybe asked like, what is the reason? Is the city, why can't they do the those maintenance, while you're at work, or things like that, or during the day? Why does it always have to be the weekends, when you're going out? Have you ever thought maybe like, like maybe it's like maybe to trying to manage you for not spending your money? Maybe, I don't know. I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure, but yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna get into the whole politics side of things, but I basically left the club scene for, a $1 million big reason. And that is, to really focus on, because like I said, I watch a lot of things and I question a lot of things. I question things that happens in the US. What does that mean here for us? And I'm sure you know that most banks now, they don't even have a face-to-face customer service anymore. Everything is now digital. So if you follow what's going on in America about digital and managing people's money, I'm not sure if you know, in America right now they have this app called FedEx or something like that, where basically the government actually gets to monitor how you spend your money. Just think about it for a minute. You've been working hard for the last 2 weeks, you got paid, and all of a sudden the government says no, you can't spend your money. I'm just giving you the, just the real talk right now. Like, could you just think about, like, just for a second, you've worked for 2 weeks. You worked for 2 weeks. You're stressed out. There's somebody at your work you don't even like. You worked for 2 weeks. Now payday comes. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to go to the liquor store today. I'm going to go buy some alcohol. And then you're trying to use your card to pay for it. And say, sorry, you can't buy liquor today. Just think about it. Like, I'm just giving you some real life scenario, because that's what's going on in America right now. And when I was saying to you before, is like, have you ever want to go to like Famous, or maybe Boulevard, maybe the Dirty Sultan, maybe RG's, maybe Sky and Lotus, maybe you decide to go to an Afrobeat event, maybe in the valley somewhere there, and all of a sudden, like, you finish work, maybe you work weekends, and all of a sudden the bank says, oh, sorry, you can't use your app today, you can use it at 7 a.m, so you can't withdraw any cash, whatever. Just think about it for a second. It's like, just think about it. But anyway, so here's the reason why I decided to leave the club scene, because I've discovered something that is absolutely crazy. And how sometimes you used to hear those people talk about the new age of money, the new age of money, and then you see people, traveling over here, they go over here, and then sometimes you wonder, like, how could these people afford to go to, like, places like this? Are they getting paid? Is it their daddy money, or is it the oil money, or whatever? Maybe you start asking questions like, how could people afford, even like people in like their 20s will be driving like Rolls Royces, like Ferraris, and then you're like, how can people possibly, young people like you and I, in their 20s, not even that, like 18s, people the age of 18, 20, 21 in America, here sometimes, they drive expensive luxury cars, and then you're like, how could people afford things like this? And you start to question. So, what I could say is that if you're the type of person that don't allow distractions to come on your way, I would certainly guarantee that you will find opportunities like that. But the reality is, nobody wants to take the opportunity to actually set a time when someone tells them, hey, I've got a really lucrative opportunity, I'd like you to have a look at it. I spoke to a lot of people. I'll be calling people, I'll be messaging people, and people say, oh yeah, cool. I'll come to the event on Monday, I'll come check it out. Like, and then they'll tell me, yo, I can't make it. I'm like, it's cool, it's okay. I'm not here to judge you or be mad at you because you never turned up to the event whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is I'm just giving you an information for you to come and have a look at, explore it. And the biggest recommendation I would give to a person seeing what I'm doing, or really checking out what I'm actually inviting them for, I'm like, you know what, if you've got questions, great, I'll answer them for you. If you need more things, we'll give you some things for you to explore, do your research, and then come back if you wanted to figure out how we can help you get everything started. But people usually be like, hey man, yeah, it sounds good, man, like, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to commit. Or like, oh, I just can't make it, something just pop up. It's okay. I'm not mad at anybody whatsoever. But here's the thing, right? See, if life wants you to fail, the life will always put distractions in front of you. It could be anything. Sometimes I'll message people on the weekend, and they're like, no, I'm going to my friend's birthday party, I'm going here, right? That's okay. Again, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to, to be mad at you whatsoever. That's not me. All I'm doing is I'm just giving you an opportunity to look at something. And at the end of the day, I look at it this way. you can either let time dictates what you miss out on, or you can basically say, you know what, let me actually put the time and effort to actually look at this. It might be something that I think will be something interesting to look at. But what I'm about to show you will definitely spark some interest. And like I said, for a lot of people that I spoke to you and you said this is you don't have the time to look at it, like I said, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Like I said, I'm only just putting the information in front of you. So if you had a look at it, great. If you took the time to respond, that's okay. Again, like I said, I'm not here to judge you whatsoever. You've got your own life, I've got mine. Like I said, I'm just putting the information in front of you. So what I'm about to show you will be the reason why I decided to leave the club scene. And like I said, there's a lot of things in today that can be distractions, can literally take you away from really looking at things, opportunities. I get that. A lot of us here have gone through scams. A lot of us have been, told about Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, whatever. I get that. I understand that. I understand a lot of people are skeptics. I love you. I like you. I like skeptics people because you know what? Skeptical people actually, I love them because they actually have questions. It sparks their curiosity and they need things to know. So at the end of the day, like I get that. I've been scammed myself once before. I can tell you that. But that hasn't deterred me from really, looking at other opportunities, because if that scamming is a distraction to distract me away from really look at potentially great opportunities, then I'm basically doing myself a disservice from not actually looking at that opportunity. So I get that if you've been scammed once. I know that I got scammed once for like $600. And technology is great, but technology can be manipulated. And I do believe that technology was involved, whoever was it doing it, and they kind of used the video of one of my cousin, to say like, I have invested this and I got this money back, whatever. Like it sounded too good to be true because I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, this is my cousin, like, yo, for real, she made like $1,600. This is crazy. So I gave it a try and I was talking to this person, and then somehow along the way you just kind of realize like, oh man, I think maybe like when it's too late, and then you realize like, yo, I got scammed. So that was me. But at the end of the day, that never kind of deterred me from really looking at other opportunities that potentially could be life-changing. I get that you've tried crypto, like the meme coins, it was a beauty contest, and I'm sure, your money got taken away. You basically bought a coin that basically Elon Musk decided to say this coin is not useful anymore. Everybody lost their money and whatnot. I get that, I get that you've been introduced to other sort of like businesses, and you didn't make any results. But speaking of results, at the end of the day, look, if numbers make sense, and if it's simple for an 18-year-old, even a 15-year-old, even a 10-year-old to understand, if it's simple for even a young person to understand, I'll say that's probably something worth looking into it. So I'm gonna share with you all what I'm doing, what I did, and what results I'm seeing right now. It's crazy. Like I said, if you see, you're probably not gonna sleep. You're probably going to be messaging me or calling me, whatever. If that's you, hey, I'm here to help and answer any questions. So what I'm about to talk to you guys is about a company called, what I'm about to tell you guys about how I started through an affiliate program with IX Global. So what I'm about to show you, it's crazy. I've been telling everybody about it. Few people have seen my accounts. I've posted about it. I've seen some incredible stuff, and it's just getting better and better and better and better. So here we go. So for a lot of my peoples out there who's probably thinking like, oh, yo, this is a scam, whatever it may be. As you can see, I'm scrolling left to right. So these are all of my apps. I can even go into, let's go Facebook here. And you can see that, let's go back. You can see here, this is my, my page here on Facebook. So, I'm legit and I'm just not some sort of AI person talking here. here's my album, my photo here saying, oh yeah, here we go, this is me. So you know that I'm real. So there's no lie whatsoever. But anyway, you've got WhatsApp here just below Instagram. If I go on to the next app below WhatsApp, that's called Xnode. So let me tell you guys the reason why I left the club scene, and I'm like, you know what? There is a better way to be able to reach your financial wealth without having to stress yourself. Most of you working 5 days a week, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Sometimes most of you are working two jobs, right? And I don't envy you, I'm not mad at you, whatever. But at the end of the day, most of us, you, me, everybody else, we are trading our time for money. It is what it is. If you don't show up to work all day on Monday, if you only worked 4 days, you're gonna be paid for 4 days, depending how many hours you do. That's just the reality of the situation. You're working for money. If you don't show up to work, you don't get paid. You show up to work, you get paid, right? So most of us got mortgages. We gotta pay for mortgages. Some of us got leases for cars, loans that we gotta pay back, credit card loans. We gotta go to work and make the money to be able to pay for that. So let me show you this. So this is Xnode from IX Global. Now you can see there's like $667. So this is basically money that I've made in the last maybe 2.5 months. Thanks to my data center mining, because it dropped out in price, and I was like, you know what? I know I'm gonna make my $1,200 back, and I'm gonna tell you that I'm definitely making that money back, and I'm gonna tell you why. So data center mining, drip. By the way, we've also discovered fresh water. So supply and demand. So if you know what I mean by that, you know what that means. Fresh water, supply and demand globally, big thing. Aluminium, explorer, black gold, natural gas, digital gold. Now the thing I love about digital gold, you can actually exchange your money for an actual bar of gold. So who would love to have a couple of bar of golds in your what do you call it, safe deposit box in the banks? We've got beverage distribution, real estate, grow, which is what do you call it, farming, debt, and also legacy, digital gold. So all of these, anything that you see here, everybody, that has a number next to it, these are assets that I own. When people ask me and say, like, Levi, why did you leave the club scene? I left the club scene for the sole purpose of, I've started building a software licensing business, and I help people own asset producing income. So anything that you see here, these are assets that I currently own for life. These assets will continue to produce money until the day I die, non-stop. I can pass that to my parents, I can pass that to my brother, to my son, my kids, whatever it may be. Now here's the crazy thing about it. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm basically making money while I'm sitting in this chair in front of you talking to you. I'm making money. Unlike with a regular job, we have to leave the house. We have to go and trade our time for money in order to get paid. You see, everybody, somebody once told me and said to me, Levi, what if you could work in a smart way and let your money work for you? And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, literally, so is there such thing as working smart and let your money work for you? He's like, yeah. And I've been looking, and I do believe this is what I believe the most lucrative opportunity that I've been calling people about. Few people who have seen it and basically went with it, they're basically doing life differently than most everybody. But for you, if you're working, stressing out, you don't like the job that you're doing, there are people at your work that you don't like, and you just going to work every single day, you are unhappy because you gotta work with people that you don't like, getting paid the same every single week, month, and then you're trying to work hard to try and get to the next level to get paid more, but the more you get paid, the workload increases and you're not happy. Everybody's not happy right now. The recession is soon to hit. The economy is gone. We don't even know what's going on with the economy right now. Petrol prices going up, food prices going up, living expenses going up. People who have mortgages, if you're watching this and you're listening, you've got a mortgage. Right now, you're probably paying $600 or more just so you can not be behind your mortgage repayment. I bet you that right now. And I'm sure there are people right now have mortgages are basically stressing and struggling. And you know who's suffering? The kids. Because at the end of the day, if the parents can't, are trying to stay on top of their repayment, meaning that they're going to have to tell the kids, like, sorry, man, like, you can't go to that daycare anymore, or we can't afford to pay for like your jiu-jitsu classes or like your music classes. Can you just imagine how the kids will be impacted if, like, they've been doing something that they're passionate, that they love, and all of a sudden, because their family can't afford to stay behind their mortgage repayment. That's just not good. It's like, that's just really hurting a lot of people. So this is why, the reason why I left that scene to build this, so that I don't have to worry about financial. So when things go bad and you wake up and you're late to the party and the world is a crisis, everything is just expensive, you can't afford, this is what I have on the side, that I know I'm not even breaking a sweat. I'm not even stressing with finances, none of that, because this is the ticket way out. See, so here's the thing. Let me give you a perspective. So $667 US. Okay, let's just do some math. So if we just go here and find our, one of my, where's my app here? Where is it? I need a calculator. Oh man, let's find a calculator. Calculator. Cool. Alrighty, so let's just give you guys some number perspectives here. So far in total, I've made, where is it? Yeah. So far in total, I've made about $667 dollars. But let's start off with this one here, the data center mining here. So it's $322. So if I just go here and put 322, and if I just swipe across and have a look, so $322 US, that's around $482. Now what I get excited about this, because this money here, where is it? The $322 is actually cashable. I can go in here and cash this money right now and then basically go on a spending spree. But I don't want to do that. I'm basically leaving this to accumulate over time. A year from now, I could have $2,000, maybe $3,000. Here comes my free holiday that I've never worked. And then the money that I'm going to basically apply for my annual leave, I'll let that just compound itself. So this now, as you can see, you can now see the power potential of what you can do by just having something on the side working for you on autopilot. You're doing anything. So when I tell people that I have a business that basically produces income daily without me doing anything, people think I'm crazy. But here's the numbers in front of you. I'm not crazy. This is real right now. So 322. But if you combine every other money that I've made from all the other assets, kind of think of it like, this is my first home, my second home, third property, fourth property, and so on. So then all of those properties basically generating income, and then that way whole combined is what I actually make. So then in total, if I give you a number as well here, let's just go back here to the calculator. and then just go, what did I made in total so far? 667. So if we go back 667 US, that's almost a grand in less than 3 months. I've never worked for it. I've never done anything. These assets are basically making me money every single day. I'm not doing a damn thing. So when I tell people, hey, I've got something that you really check it out. If they tell me like I don't have the time for it, I'm like, it's okay. Maybe next time. But you just don't know what you're actually missing out on some really amazing potential that literally could change your financial life completely. But hey, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here trying to give you financial advice. I'm just here putting in information in front of you. And I thought today I'll get up and actually do this video just to tell all of you what my journey to wealth looks like. Because most of you are struggling. If you've got your own business, you're probably doing fine, but you still got to deal with overhead, customers, and so many other things. Here, I'm just basically, have assets that does all the work for me. I don't even need to do anything. I can cash out at any time. If I cash out everything and I'm down to zero, my assets will continue to make money for life. Like I said, these assets, you own them for life. They're yours for life. You can resell them, pass it down to a family member, whatever it may be. You can cash out anytime. But you see, my goal is not short term. My goal is long term, because my end game is that because these assets do have a value against them. When this value hits $1, and let's say one of my asset alone has a net worth of maybe $1 million or $2 million, I'm basically, I'm looking for the big payday of over $1 million. And by that, then, life will be completely different. But like I said, everybody's different. My goal, my journey is, I'm not here to work until I'm 55, 60, 70, 80. My goal is to build a wealth creation asset and build it to where when I'm ready to cash out six figures and above, that is the goal. I guess my question to you is that what is your financial goal? With everything's going so far, rent is expensive, fuel is expensive, food is getting expensive, and so many other stuff that I know that all of you probably are like, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? So because I was receiving a lot of notification, I'm actually gonna go into one of the mining here. I'm just gonna see if it works. Okay, cool. So looks like it's still doing anyway, but let me actually remove myself from here. They might get some notification popping back here, but just a moment. Let's get rid of this. Yep, so many notifications. So many notification. All right, so let's just go back. Well, it kind of dropped down a little bit now, but that's okay. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm just here, sharing an opportunity that I truly believe that it can impact you, someone else. Like I said, the state of the financial system right now, I'm sure you probably wake up every morning wondering, why is this happening? What's going on? So, like I said, I'm not here planning to work hard for the next couple of years or 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years. Nah, that's not me. If that's you, that's cool. Everybody's, everybody has the opportunity to decide what they wanted to do. If you want to work hard until you're 60, maybe that's your passion. But for me, I truly believe that life is worth more, and I think there's a lot more that most of us, or even you, could basically prosper or benefit from. So apart from that, I thought I'd share with you. I'll give you another perspective as well. Like, even though the number has dropped, that's okay. That's fine. But like I said, it's all about longevity accumulation. So you might see in a couple months this number might be different. So but anyway, so I give you another calculations. You can see here black gold. So I just put it up here. Black gold on a day-to-day basis is pulling an average of $3.35. So if I just go back to my calculator here, and let's have a look at the number again, $3.35. So just go back. It's a small number, doesn't mean anything, but $3.35. Yep, $3.35. And then there's 365 days in a year, and because these are getting done on a day-to-day basis. So if it's just $3.35 multiplied by 365 days in a year, that is like 1,222.75 cents US. Australian money wise will be about 1,832. If you've got a trip coming up overseas, I'm not sure if I'm sure if you're gonna go to Bali or something like that, I'm pretty sure that's good enough money to basically cover you for more than 4 weeks or more, or maybe 3 weeks up there, and you can basically go splurge yourself. But again, at the end of the day, my end game is not to basically do short-term cashing out. I've done that. I've tested it out. It works, and I'm a firm believer that this works. And this is no by any way means Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme or anything like that. This works 100%. I can speak for it because I've seen it, and I've made money, and I can cash out money as well. So apart from that, yeah, I thought I'd jump in and give you guys my story, the reason why I left the club scene, and what I'm doing, and what I'm also doing, helping other people doing the same thing. So like I said, if I've reached out to you before and you're seeing this, right? Like I said, the information was worth while looking into it. So apart from that, I'll leave you guys to it. And if you find this video very informative and you've got some questions, by all means, let me know. All right, everybody, see you later.
Hey DJ, play my favorite song.
I got my drink, we can party to the early morn. Let's go.
This is my sunshine state. Got me feeling that type of way. I wanna take you with me, hair flow with the wind. Wanna party with me until the morning, baby, say hell